Good afternoon. My name's Mike Sweeney and I'm an instructor with Survival in the Bush, and we're going to take a few minutes this afternoon to talk about cedar tea or cedar tisane. The difference between a tea and a tisane is a tea is normally made from the tea plant, and tisanes are made from other types of plants that are very aromatic. Some have medicinal value, some just taste very, very good. Cedar is a little bit of both. Cedar is probably the oldest European beverage in North America. It started out way back in 1535, very early in the winter, when Jacques Cartier and his crew were dying of scurvy in what is now Quebec. The Iroquois introduced them to cedar tisane, and because of that, the crew was saved. The French, in fact, referred to it as arbor vitae, which is the tree of life. It's a very simple brew to make. First of all, what you want is some hot water. So I've been boiling a bit of water here, and I'm going to turn it off and just leave it off the heat for a while. We don't need that stove anymore. And what I've done prior to switching the camera on is I went out and I collected a little bit of fresh cedar. It's eastern white cedar, and what you want to have, and what you don't want to have if you can avoid it, is this. Is if you have your nice sprigs, like so, try to avoid those that have a large amount of red content, where it's starting to get woody. That'll just make it bitter. So you take your fresh sprigs, put them in your cup, and you hear all different types of ratios. I just try to loosely fill it in the mug. And then just pour hot, not boiling water onto the top. Now you don't want to use boiling water for the simple reason that the boiling water will destroy the vitamin C and the other nutrients that are in there. And that's just defeats the whole purpose of it. How long do you leave it in there? Well, it really depends on what your sense of taste is. So I've just made this cup, and I'm going to run around. I made this about maybe 6 or 7 minutes ago, and it still has pretty well clear. There's a little bit of yellow in it. Let's see what it tastes like. Very nice. Not strong at all. And it's very soothing. You can leave the sprigs in there if you want, or you can scoop them out. In the summer, you can pick cedar, and if you don't want to do it in the winter, pick it in the winter, you can then put it into a paper bag, punch a few holes in the paper bag, hang it in your basement or your closet, and then take it out in the winter and use it then. If you do that, you'll find that you need to use less cedar because it's more concentrated when it's in the dry form. So, very simple drink. It's recommended that you don't have it more than 3 to 4 times a week because there are some chemicals that are in the tisane that can affect you. When you're first starting it, like any other natural product, start with a very, very dilute mixture, and if you like it, just let it steep a little longer, or use a little bit more of the fresh cedar in there, and I think you'll enjoy the drink.